Okay, fantastic. I wish I could see the people in the room, the media in the room, but I guess we can turn the camera at some point. Good morning, everyone, and greetings from MTN Uganda, from our staff and our teams. Today, we are here because it's another historic moment, a moment that is worth celebrating, a moment that is worth even doing a dance about because it's truly, truly historical. We have been in this conversation and journey in terms of bringing the most recent technologies to Uganda as MTN for the last 25 years. And I believe that has made a significant contribution in making sure that Uganda continues to truly be unstoppable in its ambition to become a more digital Uganda, driving inclusivity at digital and financial inclusion for all our countrymen and women. And therefore, that is why today is another historic day, because we are here to make a significant announcement around the latest technology that has been global, that we have seen in Europe, that we have had some African countries announce. And today we are saying that that technology is live here in Uganda, and MTN have brought it live, and we can begin to experience it. We're not talking about we're going to roll it out next week or in a few weeks or in a few months. We are saying from today, we are switching on the 5G network, and Ugandans can now begin to enjoy the benefits of high connectivity, high speeds as they experience our service today. So that's what this is all about. It is part of the commitments that we had made to you as the Ugandan public, as our customers. And we thank all the MTN customers who have constantly been choosing us, who have been giving us feedback. You've been telling us you want the latest technology, you want to digitize your lives, you want to work with platforms that allow you to be able to have the right level of speed, because we all want to consume our content faster, whether we are consuming music, whether we are catching up with our friends online, whether we're using it for education purposes or for health purposes. We want to do it on the networks that are giving us the best experience. And the unveiling of this technology is therefore part of that commitment and promise that we have consistently made to you over the years. So to all our partners, the media, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I think I also have to say, I'm sorry I'm not in the room with you today, together with my colleagues. We are currently away on a retreat, figuring out how do we deliver even better services based on the feedback that we have received from you. But this is the beauty of technology, that regardless of the fact that we are not all in the same room, today we are also, through the power of this connectivity, the high-speed connectivity that we offer, we are now all together converged at MTN headquarters as we make this significant announcement. So as I go through my notes, today marks a historic moment in Uganda's digital journey as MTN Uganda becomes the first telecom, and I use those words very deliberately. We have become the first telecom operator to go live with our 5G internet network services for all our customers using Uganda, introducing the next generation of telecommunication technology. Today, we are live with 5G, and I'll let the technology, our CTIO, our Chief of Technology and Information, Mons, at some point, give you a view of how the experience has been as we have been working the last couple of days and weeks to bring this technology live. I can confidently confirm that we are now covering Lugogo and Bugolobi. And therefore, if you're in any of these two areas, you can now begin to experience the power of 5G and this high-speed connectivity that we are now bringing. And we have, the plan is, as we continue now in the coming days, in the coming weeks, to roll out in all parts of Uganda with 5G. And the plan, as we roll out this plan, it therefore means that every Ugandan who has access to a 5G device will get the opportunity to be able to experience this service. So look out for 5G coming to a city near you if you're not part of the Lugogo and Bugolobi community that we have covered from today. There are more sites that are going to be unveiled in this month, in the coming months, and soon everyone will have the opportunity to be able to experience this great service. By going live with our next generation 5G network, we are not only delivering high-peak data speeds, but we are also giving the opportunity for you to have an experience that does not buffer because of ultra-low latency, and a service that is very reliable and that is being able to maximize on the greater network capacity and the investments that we have been making over the last couple of years. We are proud to be at the beginning of this revolution that will not only impact every aspect of our lives, but will also even impact our business customers and allow us to participate in the transformation of industries such as the fast and moving consumer good industries, the oil and gas sectors, just to name but a few, but also even the entertainment industry, which will now allow our content creators and our content providers to be able to share the content that they have on this high-speed network. This, I'm sure, will also create a platform for those of us who are in the technology space to be able to leverage this technology to now create new innovations that will really shape the way our customers consume our products and services. But it would be remiss of me to have this great excitement without acknowledging the significant work that has been done by the government with regards to the allocation of the 5G spectrum to MTN Uganda. This happened in June this year. I think you have heard us speak in our various investor calls about the conversations that we have been having with the regulator and the Ministry of ICT. And therefore, the unveiling today and the ability for us to be able to bring you this experience is because of the support that we have received from the government to the Ministry of the Ministry of ICT, as well as through our regulator, who have now allowed us now to be able to roll out this great experience that we're delivering to you today via the spectrum that we have now received. This unveiling is also the culmination of extensive 5G trials and testing that we have been doing since 2020 when we first began to speak about the future of 5G. And recently in April 2023, you saw us partnering with one of our providers, visiting one of our customers, Hima Cement, where we collaborated with them to be able to showcase the first commercial 5G use case in Kasese, Uganda. This demonstrates how investing in 5G technology future-proofs our infrastructure, but more importantly, sets up our customers to be able to succeed in the pursuits that they have, their passions and their desires, not only from a consumer perspective, but even from the enterprise and government. I think we have all had our president challenging us to see how we can actually use technology to be able to transform how education and health sectors operate by allowing for services such as telemedicine, which will allow doctors to interconnect with other doctors across the country, across the world, sharing best practice. It will transform the way education is delivered in different sectors. And we, as part of our rollout plan, will be working with these specific sectors to leverage the power of 5G in transforming how education and health is delivered in this country. So look out for announcements that will be coming in the very near future along this space. Now, some of you may be asking, why should we get excited about 5G? What is different about 5G? Every time we interact with customers, no matter where they're from, no matter what age bracket they are constantly tell us, I want to be able to get my internet faster. I want to be able to get my internet coming to my device in a more reliable way. I do not want to see any buffering. I want to get it cheaper, right? So that I can then consume as much as I want. And 5G begins to tick some of these boxes. that you, our customers, have been giving us feedback on. From the tests that we have done in the last couple of days, as soon as the sites went up, Monza has really been exciting, as Monza is our CTIO, with some of the speeds that we've actually been able to see delivered on our network. Remember when we started off with 3G, I think 3G, we were sub 10 in terms of the average speed, around 4 to 5 Mbps in terms of the delivery that we had. When we now brought on board 4G, the excitement that we had then was that we were coming from averages of speeds of, think of 4 and 5 Mbps, roughly to about 18, 20, and in the 20s. But 5G will now deliver speeds that will 100x that in the right conditions. Let that sink in. 100 times faster than 4G. We have been able to see speeds of up to, is it 1.2 Gbps, Monza?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, in the sites that we have been testing. And these are not speeds that are being experienced in Europe. These are speeds that are being experienced in Uganda. And that is what is creating the excitement for us. So in the right conditions, 5G can be 100 times faster than 4G, as I've said. And relatedly, the delay in transmission of data between points can be reduced to a mere 5 milliseconds from an average of 60 milliseconds, which is what we currently experience on 4G. Can you imagine how that feature feels like, living in a world where we are able to deliver those kind of speeds, and what it does to the industrialization of our enterprise customers as well as our consumer customers? We are immensely grateful for this achievement. And thank you so much to the ED of the Uganda Communications Commission, together with her team, in terms of granting MTN Uganda the 5G spectrum license. This is something that we have been asking for, and the foresight and support that you have demonstrated in navigating us through, making sure that you also put in the right regulation to help us to structure this right, is the reason why we are able to celebrate the success that we are seeing today. We're also grateful to the Ministry of ICT for providing policy oversight, and the government of Uganda for providing an enabling environment for growth and innovation. MTN Uganda, as was seen in the announcement that was made in the month of June by a regulator, received spectrum on 4 different spectrum bands from UCC, which will not only enable the rollout of 5G, but will also support the quality of 4G services offered by MTN, reaffirming our position to be the best network in Uganda by offering you technologies that are second to none. The spectral bands that we received were on the 700 megahertz FDD, which means now we can be able to provide wider coverage and strong indoor network connectivity of reliable 4G services in both urban and rural areas. We also received the 2300 megahertz TDD, which offers high capacity and is well suited for data-intensive 4G and 5G applications in urban environments with a large number of users. And we also received the 2600 megahertz FDD, which supports advanced 4G in urban areas with a dense population through refarming. I'm really proud of the work that has been done by Monza and his team. I think you can see Yassine and Eve in the room, who, as soon as they received the spectrum, were able to deploy it immediately. And I think we've been asking customers to give us feedback with regards to their experience. And so far, the feedback has been very good. Speeds have doubled in Kampala. Speeds have also increased in the rest of the markets across the country. We've gotten feedback from markets such as Jinja, from Fort Portal. All over the country, people are saying now they're seeing better speeds with regards to our data experience. And this is the power of getting the right spectrum. It enables us to improve the level of the service that we are delivering for you. And that is why today we can proudly stand and speak to the fact that we are confident that we are definitely the best network in Uganda. And with the unveiling of this 5G experience, we are only going to get better. And this is all in service of you, our customers. You asked us, we received your feedback, and what we are now sharing today is because of that feedback. So thank you so much for the support that you have given us. The impact of 5G cannot be underestimated because this will now unlock the full capabilities of next generation services such as virtual and augmented reality. Once we have this rolled out, instead of me coming to you in this conversation on screen, we could deploy holograms. I think you've seen these things in movies. Now they can become a reality where I'm speaking to you in a hologram. I'm not there, but you can see my full body like as if I'm interacting with you. And this is what technology has to do. Ultra high definition video streaming, which will be 100x better than what you're experiencing now. Artificial intelligence, robotics, automated cars, and the Internet of Things, otherwise known as IoT. In fact, the impact of 5G on economic development cannot be overstated. Global manufacturing and network service leaders like Tesla consider 5G availability a crucial factor when choosing locations for their factories. I believe that with the launch and the announcement that we're making today, it will also have an impact in terms of Uganda as an investment decision, because we are, as we have rightly called that, we're now seeing a lot of organizations also making their decisioning as they drive a more digitized and automated future on the technology capacity that a country has. And therefore, we believe that even with the rollout that we are doing today, it will have a massive impact on Uganda in terms of not only supporting the key sectors, but also even attracting other participation from other foreign companies as they consider this as an attractive investment destination. I think the other thing to also call out is even as we celebrate the positioning of Uganda as a digital hub for East Africa and overall Africa as a whole, the other thing we also have to make sure is that the conditions that were set out with the award of the 5G spectrum license by UCC on MTN Uganda, we invest in this, and therefore you will be seeing in the announcements that we'll be making in the coming days as we interact with our investors, the higher level of commitment that we will be giving with the capex that we will be putting in place to help us achieve these obligations. We have been mandated with the receiving of this license to make sure that we're able to provide internet speeds of at least 50 Mbps and 100% indoor coverage in Kampala City by the end of 2024. And this achievement will undoubtedly fuel growth in the ICT sector and strengthen our commitment to progress. The work on this, I'd like to assure our regulator and the Ministry of ICT has already begun, and we are planning to ensure that we have all the sites upgraded in all the cities in Uganda with 5G over the next 2 years, even as we work on enhancing the quality of connectivity on our 5G network. As you go live with 5G today, soon you will witness the 5G icon on your 5G enabled device. So it's critical to note that you must have a 5G enabled device, and we do have those devices in Uganda. I think, Monza, which devices can be able to consume 5G today?
All the iPhone 12 and above, iPhone 12, 13, 14, Techno, Camon, Techno, Phantom. There's a wide range of devices that now can support 5G in the market.
Yeah, and I think Samsung, we have been in conversations with them. So Samsung devices will also be activated for 5G, I think by the end of this month, by the end of August, which is good. And therefore, it means that if you make the investment in the 5G device, you can actually be able to experience this service. But over and above that, the conversation that my team and I are having is Even if you don't have the device, how do we make this accessible to you via all of you who choose to invest with us in terms of providing your home connectivity? This is work that is currently in progress that is being led by Som and his team, our CMO, and we will be unveiling our plans around this in the coming days. So look forward to enjoying the power of 5G connectivity, not only from the comfort of your phone, but even also from the comfort of your home. So we will continue to educate you in terms of what we can be able to achieve together with this new 5G. And we as MTN Uganda remain committed to empowering our customers to make the most of this cutting-edge network service. And together, we truly believe that we can create a world of endless possibilities. This for us is really, really exciting because we are celebrating, as you know, our 25 years in Uganda this year. We actually turned 25 years in the month of October. I think our birthday is around October 23rd. So having and making this announcement and beginning now to make sure that we are able to deliver and much less experience on the best network in Uganda becomes then a significant achievement even as we mark these milestones. I remind you again what we always say, why we wake up every day. At MTN, we believe that everyone in Uganda deserves the benefits of a modern, connected world. And that is why we have worked hard to be able to deliver this 5G experience that has been witnessed in other markets, especially in the Western world, to bring it into Uganda. Why? Because we know with the right technology, we can deliver to you the right solutions that will really drive the digital and financial agenda, the digital progress of the whole of Uganda, and in that way, truly make us unstoppable. Thank you so much for being part of this historic moment. Remember, with you, together, we are truly unstoppable. Welcome to the world of 5G. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sylvia, for those exhaustive remarks. We'll also hear from our CTIO, Mr. Monza, who will then be closely followed by Somdev, our Chief Marketing Officer. They will give you their remarks. And then from there on, we'll take a few questions or comments from the members of the media.
I have a question, a quick question before Monza comes on. I hope the people in the room are looking excited with this announcement. Martin.
Well, I can see smiling faces. So
we definitely need to have a camera positioned on them so that we can see whether they are getting excited. But thank you. I hand back over now to Monza. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all. Good morning. Thank you for joining us today at this exceptional occasion. As Sylvia, the CEO, mentioned, we are excited to stand before you as the first operator to launch real commercial 5G network in Uganda. This is a historical day, not just for our company, but for the entire nation. Today, we mark a significant milestone in the advancement of technology and connectivity in Uganda. With the deployment of 5G, we are creating a new era of faster, more reliable communication. As the CEO Sylvia mentioned, 5G can give you 100x speed more than the LTE in the right condition. The arrival of 5G in Uganda represents a leapfrog in telecommunication with a speed that exceeds anything we have seen before. We enable ultra-fast download, seamless streaming, and ultra-responsive connection. This is not just about browsing the internet faster. We are redefining the way we work and interact with the world around us. CEO Sylvia gave you an example of hologram. So the 5G is a key enabler for such advancement technology. So the potential of 5G is limitless. It will serve as a catalyst or a pipe for innovation and a growth across various sectors, from healthcare to education, from agriculture to manufacturing. And we firmly believe that this technological advancement will fuel the economic progress and create more connected and inclusive society. We would like to extend our appreciation to UCC, as CEO also mentioned, for granting us the spectrum that we need to launch a real 5G network, and all the dedicated team and partner who have worked hard day and night to mark or to make this day possible. As the first to deploy 5G in Uganda, we understand the immense responsibility that comes with this achievement. We are committed to expand our 5G network rapidly and as fast as we can to ensure that the benefit of this technology reach every corner of the nation as soon as possible. Today marked the beginning of an exciting journey. With 5G, we are not just connecting devices. We are connecting dreams, aspiration, and possibility. Together, let us embrace the future and shape a brighter tomorrow for Uganda. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Monza. Over to you, Som.
Good morning, everybody. People are at the headquarters MTN. Am I looking young and handsome? Thank you. Our network is also looking very young and handsome today. And yes, 5G is now live. Okay. These are the 4 letters I wanted to speak. 5G is now live. Doesn't it feel great? And yes, it is live on the MTN network. You see, over the last few years, yeah, we have been working towards this day at the background, and we've been working very hard. As you know, we have already been doing a lot of things around it. We have done deployments with Hima Cement on the industry side of it. Okay, so we've not been sitting around. Okay, we've been really, really working hard. For me, 5G in Uganda is the next step towards Uganda crafting its 4th industrial revolution. I think this is very important for us to understand. Uganda is now crafting its very own 4th industrial revolution. MTN second to none network, okay, will soon power industries with solutions that they've never seen before. Okay, whether it's in the field of monitoring their employee health, monitoring security, to be able to monitor equipment sitting far away from where the equipment are, or whether it's just about super speed connectivity within their various offices and their establishments. However, 5G is also going to now include many, many more Ugandans into our promise as MTN to be able to deliver a modern connected life for everyone. You see, it will light up many homes, okay, many more homes across this country. Okay, there are pockets in this country wherein fiber connectivity cannot reach or has not yet reached. But there are people who are looking at connecting themselves, their homes, their offices with high-speed internet. And this is exactly what 5G is going to enable for us. Okay, 5G is now going to power a completely new generation. Okay, we talk about Uganda being one of the youngest countries in the world, and 5G today is going to become a key power of those young ones who are growing up, who are aspiring to become entrepreneurs, who are aspiring to become established in their careers. So this is like the harbinger to a great generation of Ugandans in this country. But as we know, and as we all know, that with great power comes great responsibility. Okay, sitting here today announcing that 5G is live, me and my team feel very, very responsible. Okay, because we know at the end of the day, it is also our responsibility to deliver a technology which is relevant, which is affordable, okay, and which ensures that every single Ugandan can get a piece of that pie. Okay, this is not just about a small segment of the society. This is about every Ugandan. So as us over the next few days and weeks, we are going to come back to you with many more announcements of how the real product would look like. Okay, how will you be able to connect your homes on 5G? How will the industries connect their applications on 5G? So over the next few weeks and months, we are going to work tirelessly to ensure that we deliver a product which is relevant and products which are relevant, okay, and which are affordable for every Ugandan. So that is exactly what we are going to work towards over the next few weeks. The other things that we feel responsible doing, okay, and we would want to do now is to ensure and enable the device manufacturing companies to work with us to ensure that there are affordable and great devices, whether they are just handheld devices or they're CPs for your home and office connectivity, so that people also get access. Remember what Sylvia and Monza pointed out: to experience 5G, okay, you'll have to have 5G enabled phones, okay, and 5G enabled devices. So it is also our responsibility and promise that we will work tirelessly with the handset manufacturing companies and partner with them to ensure that 5G devices also get democratized in this country, and there are many more affordable devices and great plans which are available, okay, for our customers to use. What we are also going to do, okay, we are going to work with our partners, okay, partners who provide content, partners who provide entertainment, partners who provide information, partners who provide news, because at the end of the day, 5G is not about a dumb pipe which just adds a lot of speed to your data connectivity. We need to package it, and we need to work with all these partners to ensure that this super fast connectivity highway also becomes, okay, a way by which all these partners can reach to every Ugandan amazing content that is available across Uganda and also internationally. So this is what, as the commercial team, we want to do over the next few weeks and months, okay, and these are very, very exciting times. So we are very happy. We believe that the power of 5G is going to really drive the new generation and the development of Uganda and its journey towards the fourth industrial revolution. We believe that we need to work together with all of you. We believe and we know that we will come back with products and prices which are really going to be really, really very attractive. And remember, if we can participate and along with 5G, okay, we can ensure that all your hustles as Ugandans are successful. We will be unstoppable together. So that's our vision. With 5G, MTN, and all of you, we are going to be unstoppable together. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Som. I think between the three principles, we have a very good understanding of what it is exactly that we've rolled out. I didn't tell you my name, but Monza mentioned it and everyone mentioned it, and we all know each other. Martin Seboliba is my name. We are now going into a session with the media where we'll open it up to the floor. You can make comments, you can ask questions, and we're all available to respond. There's a microphone that's going around. In case you have a question, please raise your hand, ask the question, and you'll get a response. Thank you.
Maybe I have two comments. Just hold on before we get there, Martin.
Sure.
Sorry for interrupting your flow. I know you have messed up your flow too, but let me just ask two questions to my colleagues. First of all, Som, when we introduced 4G in Uganda, how did that transform the lives of our customers so that people then have an understanding of what's the power of technology in changing our customers' lives? So if you could speak to that. And then Monza, tell us, how was it putting up the 5G sites? How did your team feel as you were rolling out this technology and this historic moment? Maybe speak to those two things. And then I am personally very excited. Then we can go to the media and hear their questions.
Well, Sylvia, I think unfortunately, I did not have the pleasure to launch 5G, 4G in Uganda. I was not there till then, but in my mind is the proliferation of people using data, the growth in data subscribers, okay, and the growth in the ecosystem of devices. Okay, this is a country wherein we are still selling a lot of feature phones. Okay, and if you were to see what was happening, okay, before we launched 4G and what is happening now, is diabolically different. I think more and more people, since the time 4G was launched, realized that they need to get into the bandwagon of being data users. Okay, and we saw tremendous growth in data users and device sales in terms of smartphone sales. Okay, we saw proliferation of people now talking about WhatsApp being their most important method of communication and not just voice calls. Okay, so it was complete proliferation of people jumping into the bandwagon of data usage.
Amazing. And I think in all our interactions across the country, there's nowhere we have gone where we have not interacted with consumers who do not want to use data. And I think that's why we introduced the Kabode scheme that allows customers who are not able to afford their first-time device on 4G to now begin to pay slowly, mpola over a period of time to allow them to experience the power of data in terms of transforming lives. Thanks a lot, Som. Monza, how has it been rolling out 5G? I know you have not been sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, Sylvia. It's a historical moment for the entire nation and also for MTN Uganda specifically. I do recall when we got the spectrum, we declared an emergency in the office with Yassine and his team. We camped in the office 24/7, not only for 5G, but also to roll out the 2600 FDD to double the capacity of our valued customer. And the moment the equipment reached the airport, we all traveled to the airport to meet the equipment. It was like something new for us, extraordinary, something really happening in Uganda. We went to the airport, we got the equipment, we put it in the truck, from the truck to the site directly, 24/7. And the work has not stopped 24/7. Even during the night, the team were climbing the tower for sure. Health and safety are observed just for us to launch 5G in Uganda so our customer can enjoy the real 5G and the power of 5G network. And the same excitement, Sylvia, will continue. As you rightly mentioned, more sites are coming and we will not stop. We'll make sure that the same energy, the same excitement until we close the full 5G rollout across all our footprint.
And that's what I actually, thank you, Monza. That's what I actually wanted to demonstrate to the media. When you see Yassine, who's there with you in the room, or Eve and Monza, their leader, rolling out 5G. Sometimes it may seem like as if we just switched on something, but just the whole management that goes into actually getting the equipment, putting up, the team were keeping us posted as they were receiving the equipment. They were getting up on the towers, they were switching it on. I remember when I first saw the first speed test, it came at almost midnight, being shared by the technology guys, engineers who were on the ground as they were testing the speed. So for us, I think what I wanted to demonstrate with those two questions to my colleagues was just the level of excitement this brings. It's not just an announcement of technology. That's not what this means to us. As Som has so wonderfully put it, we have a huge responsibility and we want to play our part in enabling the government to drive the digital progress of Uganda. To be able to do that, we need every Ugandan to be able to experience the benefits of this by connecting onto a network. And to deliver that network, there are real men and women who are working day and night to be able to deliver this. So I hope you can sense the passion and the excitement that we have with this announcement. We truly believe, and that's why we're using the words historic, that this is indeed a historic moment. It is a historic moment, not only for us as MTNers, but also a historic moment for us as a country. May we not lose the power of that. And maybe one thing that we probably forgot to call out, which maybe some should speak to, we know we are live, but even for customers who don't have the devices, they can actually go and experience the speeds this weekend from, I think today you've set up an experiential center. Maybe speak to that so that people know.
Yeah, Sylvia. So maybe this weekend, instead of movies and bars, everybody in Uganda can come to Lugogo Mall, okay, and experience a bit of what that 5G speed means. We are setting up shop there. Okay, and though, I mean, we are going to set up a hotspot, which essentially means that even if you do not have a 5G phone, you can actually go and access that free hotspot, okay, and experience super fast internet. You can also get some demos, so there's a bit of excitement there. So I would request all Ugandans to keep their bars and their movies aside a bit this weekend and come all to Lugogo Mall and experience MTN 5G.
Have an experience MTN 5G, which is
Yes,
live.
yes.
Yes. All right. Fantastic. Okay, over to you, Martin. Sorry for messing up your flow. But you know, we are agile. That's what makes us unstoppable. So
Right.
back to you.
That's right. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, Monza and Tom. Um, sir, if you can tell us your name um, and where you operate from, then ask your question.
Thank you. My name is Sam Mohindo. I'm a journalist with The Observer. Sylvia said they're starting with Logogo and Bugolovi areas. Why? Because I'll be expecting the areas of Chitukutwe, Chifuma, but which now have the rising class, the middle class, who can also afford data and have a bigger population there. Two, and on the question of internet speeds and data affordability, are you going to have bundles that support users to use 5G speeds on their 5G supporting gadgets, or the prices of data bundles are going to drop to ensure that we enjoy the experience of 5G?
Thank you. Monza, and then maybe some.
Yeah, thank you for the question. We have selected those two areas strategically, Lugogo Mall, because we strongly believe customer can enjoy the 5G over there. There's a high concentration of 5G device in those area. So we put the first few sites that we have in those cluster from Spring Road in Bogolobi to Lugogo Forest Mall. That area now have 5G signal because there's a high concentration of smartphone. But for sure, this is just the starting point. We need to start from somewhere. The 5G is going to be rolled out everywhere. We are not going to leave any corner in Uganda without 5G network. But we decided to go into that particular cluster because of the concentration of the 5G device, so the customer can immediately see the benefits.
I think also maybe before some comes on, you know, the team because we have quite a number of sites that we're rolling out, but we had the initial ones that went up. So we had a debate. Do we cover everywhere? Then we announce. But we were too excited. That's why we said with the ones that we already have, because people can now begin to experience the service, let's announce. So just remember that this is progressive. So we've rolled out and covered Lugogo and Bugolobi. We are rolling out more sites the coming week. We are rolling out more sites. Let's see where we are by end of August. Probably some of those areas that you're speaking to will already be covered. So we'll keep you updated as we switch on the 5G network across the country. Tom?
Yeah, so as I said, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. I think we need to be very, very responsible about how we put forward our 5G experience and products experience to our customers. You know, at the end of the day, 5G would essentially mean that the speeds are going to increase significantly, as we have pointed out. So we do not want people to get confused. Okay, when it comes to tariffs and products, we would definitely want to have dedicated bundles so that people really know that when they're accessing those bundles, they are getting into 5G speeds. Okay, and thus it is very important that they take deliberate choices. Okay, so we will enable that for them to make a deliberate choice to buy specific bundles. But I think what is more important when it comes to 5G is the next generation of WakaNet. As you know, WakaNet is our home product. We have fiber, we have 4GCPs, we have MiFis. I think that's a big use case. As I said, that this 5G will allow us to reach out to many more households which are currently not available when it comes to fiber presence now. So I think home products are also going to be very important, and you'll see a lot of work happening on the home front in terms of dedicated products and bundles and offers there. And yes, as you rightly pointed out, we would definitely want to have separate bundles for 5G users to take a deliberate decision to move into that high speed highway.
Yes, good morning. My name is Ali Twa and I work with New Vision. Just one quick question. Around 2018, you had a partnership with, I think, MasterCard, and you enabled the Momo virtual card product on your system. But it's been like 2 years, and it has been off. And it's not just for you, but also your competitor launched a similar product, but they all went silent. There was no communication. Now that 5G is here, people on Netflix, you can't pay Netflix when you can't, pay using the Momo card. So I'm just wondering what's in the pipeline. Did you fall out with these guys? Just tell us some more. Thank you.
Mr. Mutana, you can take that.
Thank you very much for that question. And indeed, as you highlight, it's important for people to, our customers, to enjoy the full power of payments and 5G, the 5G experience. We're at the tail end of engaging with MasterCard and some other partners to make sure that we can bring back this virtual card or virtual payment system. But please keep eyes on the horizon. We may also share another form of payment that is more direct to that end. So thank you for that.
Ali, are you happy with the answer?
I'm just wondering what's happening.
And he always asks that question. I think we need to bring back that, make that product, or at least give that feature, because he always asks me that question every time we meet him. That's why I'm smiling when I had him asking that question.
More accessible. So your colleague has just asked a question about, you've brought 5G, how do you make it more accessible? And Som has been very eloquent around 5G specific bundles, making sure people can get value for money and the right user experience. So even with payments, it's important that people get the right experience. So we are redressing this whole proposition around payments to make sure that people can pay in a more transparent manner, it's seamless, and they actually get better value during that payment. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. Comments are also welcome. Is there a hand behind there? No? Okay. Right. Okay. No more questions. I think that's it from our side, Sylvia. Besides giving a brief of the various other activities that will be coming up starting this afternoon over the next few days, I think everyone is satisfied with the answers that have been given and the information that has been provided today.
How many of them have, by the way, Som, when can they, because we need to get them to all go to Lugogo Mall to see the setup we've done. When can they go, from today afternoon, or are we ready as of now?
So Sylvia, since you forced me to come out of the country, let Martin answer that question.
Okay, Martin, when can they go to experience the exciting speeds?
To the availability and the logistics involved, we will start having them go over there later this afternoon.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
And what have you set up for them, Martin?
We're doing some speed tests. We're doing gaming. We're doing VR, virtual reality, and then we're also we're providing a free Wi-Fi solution, like Som mentioned, and everyone can use their device to do whatever it is that they want to do with the network.
So even if you have a 3G device, even if your phone is 4G, you don't have a 5G, because it's a Wi-Fi hotspot that's running off 5G, you should be able to get great service. So I encourage all the people in the room. They say the proof is in the pudding. So go and experience the pudding, eat it for yourself. so that even as you sell this message and you share this message outside of the world, you'll actually be able to experience it. Also, look out for us tonight. I think you're seeing myself, some are going to be on Twitter Space, just interacting. And I hope by that time, some of us will have experienced the service. So you're welcome to join us on Twitter Space tonight as we have conversations on what the power of 5G can be able to do for us as consumers, as organizations. So you're welcome to experience that. I guess in my closing comments, which is what, Martin, you wanted me to do, right? Yes. First of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you to the media. Thank you for taking time to come and listen to us and always interacting with us. We can invite you and you don't come. So thank you for coming. My second thanks goes to the team. My team have done a fantastic job. Allowing us to be able to see this historic moment is no mean feat. And I know there have been a lot of sacrifices in terms of their personal time. For us even to log in today, nobody wanted to wait any longer. And we are really excited to actually bring alive those sites. I saw our CTIO here climbing up on top of base stations. Eve, I don't know how many base stations you and the rest of the guys, some under your leadership. I'm really grateful for what you've been able to achieve today. My third thanks goes to the government of Uganda, represented by the Ministry of ICT and our regulator. We wouldn't be celebrating this today if we didn't have a government that is futuristic, that is thinking about the progress of its people, that is taking time to invest in the right policies that allow for days such as this to happen. We are a regulated entity, and unless we're allowed to get onto, we can have the best dance moves, but if you're not allowed to get on the dance floor and begin to dance, we will never dance. So thank you to the government of Uganda, the leadership of our president, the minister for ICT, the ED, and the UCC Commission for granting us the spectrum, for granting us the policy frameworks that have allowed this day to happen for Uganda. And we take our accountability and responsibility in terms of ensuring that we are able to leverage this service to drive the vision that we have for digital Uganda and make Uganda the preferred investment destination for all businesses across for all people who are interested in doing business within the wider East Africa. Finally, I say thank you to our customers. Every day you wake up and you have to make you have the right to make a choice whether you're choosing us or you're choosing other people. And you choose us. Because of you, that is why we wake up and work with the passion that we work with every day. So I really say thank you. Yesterday, one of my colleagues sent me a note and they told me, I read it. They said that we are the authors of our history and only winners write history. Because of you, you have made us winners. Because of you, we are able to craft this historic moment. Thank you. Together, we are making our lives truly unstoppable. Grateful. Thank you very much.
Sylvia,
Go and enjoy the world of 5G and let us know how your experience is. We look forward and see you in all the various interactions. Look out for 5G coming to a place near you. Have the right device and enjoy. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. We'll say bye to Sylvia, to Som, to Monza.
Thank you.
We'll stay behind and we'll take some recordings for later on for broadcast. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Fantastic. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.